Hi, it's me, Rose. Welcome to Rose's Place. Let's talk sanitation. Menstrual cup, disc, doesn't matter what type of durable menstrual supply you're using, all of the girls have got to be sanitized in between each cycle, okay? So, old school of thought was clean as cutlery. Wash with soap and water, hot as you can stand it. That's going to be fine. That's worked well for many people. Not going to diss the old standards. However, the current rule of thumb is that you want to sanitize either with a steamer, a UV sterilizer, or boiling water, or boiling on the stove. If you're going to, we're going to address these in backwards. If you're going to boil on the stove, best tip I can give you is a kitchen whisk. Fold this up, slide it in between the tines, drop that girl in there, let the big balloon whisk kind of hold her like this. Okay, so she's hanging out in the center, and just stir this on the stove in a pot, boiling water, about 3 minutes. And then when you're done, you can set this like on a towel to dry, clean kitchen towel. And when this is done, then just fold her, like reach in between the tines and fold her and just right out. Let's talk about gendering for a second. I have all the love for all of the transgender community. I am not trying to isolate or estrange you in any way. My menstrual cups, I call all of them girls. So if that bothers you, I do apologize ahead of time. That's just what I call them. You may call them your friends. You may not even talk about them at all, and that's fine. But for the purposes of these videos and in conversation or in answering any comments, I've got a piece of lint on this one. If I'm talking about the girls, I'm not talking about the boobs. I'm talking about my menstrual cup collection. Okay. So let's talk about, so you could also, if you don't feel comfortable using a kitchen pot, you can buy a cup sterilizer. They have microwavable versions. I do not actually own a microwave. My family chooses not to use one, so we don't have one, but that's an option too. You can fill up your sterilizer with water and your cup and throw that in the microwave for the prescribed amount of time. I think it's probably also around 3 minutes, and you can boil it in the microwave, okay? You can use a coffee mug or a bowl or any vessel and pour boiling water over your menstrual supply and allow it to steep for 3 to 5 minutes, maybe even 7, just to give it a good wash, okay? The countertop steamers are becoming more popular. I like those if you're going to invest in something that's going to be countertop. I like it because you can also sterilize small kitchen things in it. Some people would be super grossed out by that. That's totally fine. If the idea of crossing over using menstrual supplies and the sterilizer you use for them and anything kitchen related makes you uncomfortable, please, by all means, you do not have to do that. Same reason why a lot of people choose to have a designated orifice, like their vessel that they use to sterilize their cups in. They like to have one that they just use for that because it makes them more comfortable. That's fine. For those of you who have limited access to supplies, let me reassure you, as a nurse, if you are using proper sterilization technique and you are using truly rolling boil above 180-degree water, then you are sterilizing and sanitizing and breaking down any bacteria or viruses that might be living on your menstrual supplies, okay? And if you do not have access to sanitation supplies, I will try to find it. There is a new company that is out that actually the design of their cup makes it bacteriostatic. So if you can wipe it clean, it's not going to grow bacteria, which is a huge breakthrough for durable menstrual supplies for those who have limited access to sanitation and hygiene. If you're in an area without water, and you're wondering how in the world you're going to empty your cup, much less sterilize it, you can empty it into a sealed container like a used water bottle and just keep it sealed up. And then when all of that is done, you can dig a hole in the ground and you can pour all that in there. Or You can then put it in a pit toilet, like empty it into a pit toilet, or you can hang on to it until your water is restored and you can flush it down the commode. But just make sure that you seal the cap really well because the iron in your blood will begin to break down and that can cause some odors, okay? So steamers and then also UV sterilizers. They're on the market. With COVID, it's become super popular to be able to sanitize all kinds of stuff in a UV sterilizer. I have a UV sterilizer that's small. It actually does UV light and ozonation. So it's oxygen 3. 3 molecules of oxygen bound together makes ozone. It is a type of cleaning that's been around for a long time, and ozonation can be used to clean vegetables and etc. This particular model of sterilizer is in my drawer, so let me grab that. I'm not going to link this because Amazon used to have them, and when I bought it, it was like around the $25 point, $25. I can't find these anymore, but she's super cute, and she's 2-part, and she's rechargeable. So we've got just a super soft, moldable. This is considered like a travel size because it's collapsible, so it would like go in your luggage very easily, right? And it's battery operated. And then I like to, if I have any that have any parts, like the Femicycle has a flange, so when I'm cleaning it, I like to have it open. Just tuck that down in there for demonstration purposes. This sterilizer was good for like 3 without charges, but again, I can't link her because they don't make them anymore on Amazon. Not on there anymore. But anyway, so let's slide this over. Usually they have a very simple on-off mechanism. Come on, sissy. I may need to charge it. There we go. Okay, so green light means on, and then watch. You will see the glow of the UV light, but it is protected. Like you can look at that all day long, watch the whole process. It takes 3 minutes, and then it's done. The downside of the steamers I've seen and like the UV ozonators, if you have more than one menstrual cup, like if you need to switch it up through your cycle, which is not uncommon because your cervix and uterus actually raise and lower inside the vagina throughout your cycle. Wild, right? Never really thought about it. If you've been a tampon or a pad user, that may not even be something that's occurred to you. But they do change positions, and so it's not uncommon to want different period products during different parts of your cycle. So the downside of this and like the steamers is a lot of times they're one at a time, but it only takes 3 minutes. So do this, go to the bathroom, come back, swap cups, no biggie, right? So that's a little bit about how to clean them. I hope that has been informative for you. I am happy that you came and joined me at Rose's Place, and I wish you love and wellness. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Bye.